Shartia Brantley, she's at CNBC World Headquarters. Hey, Shartia.
Good morning, Michael and Darlene. Futures are pointing to a flat market open after Wall Street put in a third straight day of gains yesterday. Investors are optimistic Microsoft's deal to buy Skype for $8.5 billion in cash may encourage more takeovers. And China reporting a trade surplus is calming fears about slowing growth in the world's second largest economy. We get data today on the U.S. trade deficit and earnings from Macy's. And travelers still love Southwest. The airline tops Consumer Reports' annual survey on customer satisfaction. Passengers gave Southwest high marks for cabin service, the ease of checking in, and baggage handling. JetBlue came in second, beating Southwest for seating. Consumer Reports say that's because it gives customers more leg room. Back to you.
Love the leg room. All right, Shartia, thank you very much.
CNBC's Shartia Brantley standing by. Hey, Shartia.
Good morning, Al. Facebook may be in need for some PR of its own after admitting it hired a PR firm to take aim at issues with Google's privacy practices, but denied it authorized a smear campaign against its internet rival. Facebook asked Burson Marsteller to pitch journalists and security experts to write stories questioning how Google collects information from social networking sites. But the strategy backfired when bloggers disclosed Facebook's behind-the-scene role. Facebook says it should have been more transparent. You can now watch big box office blockbusters on the really small screen. Netflix is now offering its online viewing app for several Android phones, including the HTC Incredible and Nexus 1. You can watch over a Wi-Fi or 3G connection. The app is already available for the iPhone, iPad, and Windows Phone for Netflix customers who pay at least $7.99 a month for their service. And Nordstrom wants to help shoppers get in and out of its stores with little hassle. The upscale department store chain will give employees mobile checkout devices in time for the start of its anniversary sale in July. Salespeople will use the devices to search for out-of-stock items and complete credit card transactions without customers having to wait in line for a cash register. So, Al, this is some welcome news for shoppers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can buy more. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it helps, probably helps the stores, too. Okay, Shartia, have a great weekend.
Shartia Brantley over at CNBC. Good morning, Shartia. Are you watching the royal wedding as well?
I cannot take my eyes off of it. I'm enjoying it. Happy Friday, Aditi. Stock market futures are lower this morning, and that could partly be due to Microsoft, which reported disappointing earnings last night. Research in Motion also warning BlackBerry sales have been slow. Stocks closed higher Thursday, shrugging off a surprise jump in jobless claims last week. Asia was lower overnight, and Europe is too. We get data today on personal income and spending, manufacturing and consumer sentiment, and earnings reports from Caterpillar, Chevron, and Merck. The Dow rising 72 points Thursday to 12,763. The Nasdaq up 2 to 2872. Acme is laying off 900 workers at its stores in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland. The layoffs will take effect May 7th and affects mostly part-time workers. The decision comes 2 weeks after Acme's parent company SuperValue reported sales in the last quarter fell at its supermarket chains throughout the Northeast. And on a much lighter note, if you can't get enough of the royal wedding, there's plenty of tacky items you can buy to commemorate the occasion. Toys R Us is the exclusive U.S. retailer of a Kate Middleton engagement doll for $50. Upscale wallpaper chain Graham & Brown is offering 20% off its crowns and coronets line. And for $29.99, you can get a royal wedding ice cream cake from Baskin-Robbins. And Dunkin' Donuts has been selling a heart-shaped donut this week. So, guys, a sweet way to celebrate today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Shartia. Have a great week and enjoy the royal wedding watching.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
CNBC's Shartia Brantley's got our business barometer. Good morning, Shartia.
Good morning, Al. I have a question for you. What does Congress do when gas prices spike?
Oh, they hold hearings and do nothing, basically.
Well, you're right. They call in the CEOs of several big oil companies. A Senate panel will press the heads of ExxonMobil, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, BP, and Shell USA to answer why gas prices are so high. Democrats will also push them to give up their government subsidies. The oil industry gets about $4 billion a year in tax breaks. The Labor Department says the number of job openings rose to 3.1 million in March, the highest level since the financial crisis in the fall of 2008. 2008. That's significantly lower than the 4.4 million openings in December 2007 when the recession began. There are 4 people on average competing for each available job. So who's hiring? Openings are up in manufacturing, retail, education, and healthcare, but they're down for restaurants, hotels, and professional services, which include accounting and law firms. And Google is taking on Microsoft and Apple. The search giant is launching computers powered by its Chrome operating system in June. You can buy them at Amazon and BestBuy.com. The bare-bones software steers people to use applications like email and spreadsheets directly on the web instead of downloading programs to your hard drive. So, Al, to the clouds we go.
All right, there you go. We like clouds, especially here at the Weather Channel. Thanks, Shartia.
It is time now to get the latest in this morning's business news. We check in with Shartia Brantley over at CNBC. Good morning, Shartia.
Good morning, Aditi. Futures point to a lower stock market open coming off a mostly down week for Wall Street. Trading was marked by wild swings in commodities such as oil and currencies on renewed concerns about a slowdown in global economic growth and Europe's debt crisis. Asian markets fell overnight and Europe is also in the red. We got a fair amount of economic data this week, including reports on housing starts, existing home sales, industrial production, and minutes from last month's Fed meeting. We'll also get a read on the consumer this morning with earnings reports from retailers JCPenney and Lowe's. The Dow falling 100 points Friday to 12,595. The Nasdaq down 34 to 2828. And there's been speculation for a while that Amazon may launch an Android-powered tablet. But now reports say the online retailer could have a whole line of Android devices in time for the holiday shopping season. Tech bloggers say there could be a smartphone in the 4-inch range and at least a 6-inch and 9.7-inch tablet, which would copy the size of the Kindle and Kindle DX. When asked recently about the possibility of these new products, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos told Consumer Reports, quote, "Stay tuned." So, Terry and Aditi, this may be another item to add to your gift wish list this year.
I know that market's getting quite saturated now with all those devices.
It really is. Maybe the prices will come down too as a result.
I know consumers can hopefully benefit. Thank you so much, Shartia. We'll see you back here tomorrow.